What up, guys? Welcome to my channel. This is your boy Don Jeff. As you know, we always come with the truth, nothing but the truth. We are here again with another episode, but today's episode is going to be about the Sanatoria. It's going to be about the 6 month. Those of you who requested for this 6 month and you are having that 6 month per la richiesta di Asilo, I think this video is basically for you. If you are watching me and this is your first time watching me on this channel, it's all about education, influence, and entertainment. If you want to be part of the family, all that you have to do is subscribe and click the notification bell. When I post a video, you will have it on time. If you are already my subscriber, thank you very much for sharing my videos, for the like, for the comment, and everything. I really appreciate. God bless you all. So today, most of the questions I've been asked is, after my request for the Sanatoria, what should I do? Should I revoke my 6 month per la richiesta di Asilo, or maybe should I continue with it? So I decided not to talk much about this Sanatoria because it's a new document. I don't want to misinform people or maybe give people the wrong information. So I did my research very much and I came across this PDF file from the Interior Minister's website. And I think you people, you have to read it because they have the English version, Italian version, Arab, and the French version. So if you want, I will put a link in my YouTube description and you can go and download it by yourself and read it by yourself. But for now, I think all of us have to go to the computer and I'm going to show you how it look like and what are some of the things you need to know if you request for this document and you are having permesso per la richiesta di asilo. Also, before I start, I'm not a legal advisor, neither am I a lawyer. I'm giving you all this information based on the research and my personal experience. So let's get to the computer and we are starting right now. Okay, on the computer it look like this. The PDF file look like this. Regularization of employee working relationship. So information for asylum seekers. So this one basically is for asylum seekers. So they give you the question and they will answer the question for you. So it's so nice, it's so simple to understand and everything. So this one, I'm an asylum seeker. Can I take part in the regularization procedure? Which we don't need it right now because we've already processed everything and we are waiting for the results. And what should we do after this? All this thing is being accepted. What should we cancel our asylum? Can we maintain the two together? This is what we are going to talk about. This is the most important thing that I want people to take notice over here because there are so many wrong information out there. It's better you go to the right channel and get the right information. This is a new document. Nobody knows about this thing. So let's continue and raise some part that I think is so important. So the next question is, in what sector should I be employed to take part? We already know, which is the agriculture, caretaking, domestic work and stuff. We already know, we've already applied for it, so we don't need it. We should file who should file the application? We already know the application should be filed by the employer for whom you are already working irregularly or who is ready to hire you. The application should be submitted to the Sportello Unico Immigrazione, or that is the Questura. That is the Questura, through the link over here. So this one, if you are having maybe somebody who is going to do it for you, that boss have to apply for it. There's some point over here that I don't want to skip that point. It's very, very important. Okay, what document do I need for the we already know, we've already submitted it, so we don't need this point. What do I have to do after the application for registration has been filed? Okay, this is another important thing. So what should you do after you file everything? Your boss help you, you process everything. So this is what they wrote over here. The Sportello Unico, that is the immigration office, will examine your request and will call you together with your employer to sign a contract or contratto di soggiorno, an agreement on your employment condition necessary for release of your working permit. Okay, this is another very important thing. So after you file your question, most of you are still waiting for this process. They will call you and your boss to come and sign contratto di soggiorno. This is not a working permit. This is a contract like that allows you to start working since you still don't have a working permit in the country. This one will allow you to start working with your boss, and you can use that one to apply for the working permit from Questura. So it's very, very important, and be careful over here. This part is where I want you people to be so careful. Look at where my pointer is. Beware, if you or your employer do not appear on the day of on the day when you are called, the application for regularization will be dismissed and the procedure cancelled. So, and it's very, very important over here. That day you have to show up, or your boss have to show up. If one of you did not show up, that means you will lose all that you did again. And I want to advise many people over here. Maybe you use your phone number, you use your email. Don't misplace these phone numbers and emails. You must maintain them till you have your document at hand. It will be very bad that they will try to contact you and maybe they cannot reach you, or maybe they will try to contact your boss and they cannot reach your boss. So one of you must have your number or maybe your emails always ready for anything. So take notice of this part, is very important. Let's go to the other part. To access the regularization, do I have to withdraw my asylum application? Which we already know, you don't have to withdraw your asylum application. This is what they said. No, it is not necessary. The application for regularization will proceed at the same time as your asylum application. So you submitted your applications, and you can also do the Sanatoria. You can do the two together until maybe you have one of them. So many people are still asking, should I renew my 6-month permesso per la richiesta di asilo? And I think it's very, very important. If you have the chance, you can still renew it. Because since I'm saying, I think it's good you talk with your lawyer and take some legal advice from your lawyer. So let's go to the next point over here. When my request for regularization is accepted, do I have to withdraw my asylum application? So this is where you have to decide whether you want to withdraw the application or maybe you don't want to withdraw it. Because if they accept it, that is where, because the first time they can reject it. So maybe if you cancel your asylum application and they reject it again, it's going to be another problem. So after they've accepted it, that is when you have to decide whether you want to withdraw your asylum application or maybe you want to go ahead with it. You can still go ahead with it, you can still withdraw it anyhow. So this is what they said. No, it is not necessary. If you decided to go ahead with your asylum procedure, you will receive a paper version of a resident permit for work purpose marked by the letter R, which will allow you to regularly stay on the Italian territory until the final decision on your asylum application. Remember that with this resident permit, you are not allowed to leave the Italian soil. However, if your request for regularization is accepted and you are not interested in going ahead with the procedure for the recognition of international protection, you may withdraw your asylum application and you will immediately obtain an electronic resident permit for work purpose. So that is what I said over here. After you've been accepted, this is where you have to decide whether you want to continue with your asylum or maybe you want to withdraw it. And if you want to have the two together, maybe your application is being accepted and you've decided, okay, I want to cancel the asylum seeking, they will give you electronic permit if you cancel it. But if you decided that, okay, I still want to try it, though I have this one is being accepted, I still want to try the asylum, maybe I'll have the 5 years, or maybe I have the refugee status, or maybe I'll have subsidiary protection, I still want to try it, they will give you a paper that is the same as the 6-month per la richiesta di asilo, but with a letter on it R. I don't know the meaning of it though. But that paper does not allow you to go outside Italy. You can only stay in Italy with it. But if you withdraw the asylum seeking, and they will give you an electronic permit that allows you to do a lot of things and even go outside Italy with it. So I think let's go to the next one, which I think, what do I do if my request for regularization is accepted and then I also obtain international protection? Okay, it's going to be strange. They wrote it over here, but it's going to be very difficult. Nobody will follow this procedure. So after maybe you have the Sanatoria and you decided to continue with the asylum seeking again, after they've accepted, the asylum seeking, maybe they give you refugee status, or maybe they give you other kind of permit, or maybe subsidiary protection, cases specially, what should you do? This is what they wrote over here. In this case, you will have to choose between a resident permit for international protection and a resident permit for work purpose, that is the Sanatoria. If you choose the resident permit for a work purpose, the paper version of your document will be replaced with an electronic one, which will allow you to travel outside Italy. But you will have to formally renounce international protection, and you will have to have a valid passport. So, as we all know, it's English. So, maybe you decided not to cancel, and you continue with your asylum procedure, and you have the two documents. So you can decide, okay, now I want to leave this one and follow this one. And if you decided not to take the international protection, then you have to bring your country passport for them to follow everything. But this thing, it look a little bit fishy over here. There's something I really don't understand over there, because for the Sanatoria, you definitely have to present your passport. So if you present your passport, it's going to be very difficult for you to have even refugee status or maybe subsidiary protection. But let's see, for subsidiary protection, you can have it. For cases specially, you can have it. But as long as you can contact your country, that means you are not in that critical condition for you to have. So definitely your passport, you already have it, as long as you apply for the Sanatoria. So that's what they wrote over there, though. If you decided to maintain your international protection, you have a right to. So you can decide, okay, I don't want the Sanatoria, I want the refugee status, or maybe the subsidiary protection. After you decide that, this is what you have to do. This is the benefit that you have. We already know that if you have any protection, you maybe the international protection, that's the refugee status, you can have the 5 years renewable resident permit, travel outside Italy with a travel document if you're a refugee. Work in the public, we already know. Social, okay. This is where we have to you have to take notice of something over here. Beware, travel document and travel permit are not valid to travel back to your country of origin. We all know if you have the titolo di viaggio, it's not allowed to travel with it to your country of origin. So you can only travel to other countries except your country. So this is what I have for you today. I think there is something over here, but I think I will not talk about it right now. We'll talk about it in my next video. If my request for regularization is accepted, do I lose right to my place in the reception system, that is the camp? So we'll talk about that one in my next video. Thank you very much for having time and watching this video. If you like this content and maybe you want to help this channel, you can share this video to other people that you know they will need it. And also, if this is your first time, as I said previously, don't hesitate to subscribe and be part of the family. If you have any question, I almost respond to all my questions, all my comments. So you can comment down below and I'll respond to it. If I did not respond to you, that means I'm busy, or maybe I don't have much time. If also you want to link me up for this PDF file, you can link me up on the Black Malik on Instagram and Black Malik Show on Facebook. We have they have the Italian version, and they have the Arab version, French version, and they have, I think, Spanish or something like that. I can get all of them for you. If you want me to do a video on how to get it, you can also comment down below and let me know. Thank you very much for having time and watching my video. This is your boy Black. I'm out.